Damn.
You look so clear and handsome with your new camera. I hope YouTube is just appreciating how nice Parker looks. He's so clear. I can see his freckles, see his shaved face. He looks great. He's got some big-ass headphones on. Happy Fortitude and 15 Thursday, Parker. How the heck are you?
January 25th, Sam. I'm doing well. I'm excited. My energy's it's excitement because we're going somewhere this weekend together, which is really, really fun and cool. We get to eat and explore a whole new continent together. But I know that's not what today's conversation is about.
It's not. But it will be when we are there. But for now, today's conversation is about cinema.
Cinema. Sam's become like this cinema. I could see he's been watching a lot of TV and movies in his room, or I guess in his apartment. He thinks he's like some critic now. Maybe you are like putting all your reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, this is all because of elevator number 56, my roommate, Matt McPartlin, and elevator number 7, Peter Fusilero. We started a new tradition every Sunday called Cinema Sundays, where the boys come over and we watch a film. Not a movie, a film, Parker. Something.
A film? What's the
that
difference?
Gets you thinking. Well, I'll tell you the difference. I'm so glad you asked. A movie just entertains. A movie is pointless. A film is art.
A film.
We
is
watch
art.
films because we
God.
are distinguished gentlemen.
Distinguished
And the other
films. What do you
Distinguished
eat
films.
cinnamon on Cinema Sunday?
Maybe. You haven't been invited yet, so you won't know. But there's some secrets that happen at Cinema Sundays. But regardless, a couple weeks ago, we had our inaugural Cinema Sunday, and we watched a movie called Jiro Dreams of Sushi. Great movie. Incredible movie. I told Parker, I said, dude, you have to watch this. We're doing a Fortitude and 15 on it. And here we are. So let me set the stage a little bit. It's a real, true documentary on this incredible 80-something-year-old sushi chef in Japan. He is the number one sushi chef in the world. Pure, he's a perfectionist. It's his craft, it's his art. He knows all steps to make it a beautiful experience. And the entire documentary is about him and his 2 sons that he's been training to take over his life. And people are worried that the sons aren't going to be living up to those expectations. It's essentially a thankless job because no matter what, they're not only going to have to meet their dad's expectations, they're going to have to beat them. And so the entire story is following the sons and the apprentices and their craft and their passion. And I don't want to spoil it because it ends in one of the most beautiful artistic ways. But I highly recommend you watch it. It's all about legacy and family and loving your craft. So with that, Parker, I'm curious what you thought of this film.
First of all, the film is so good at describing this individual, Jiro, and the sushi that he puts together. It's amazing. I think it was an incredible piece of film, to your point, Sam, walking us through the journey of, his life. And the restaurant is in like a train station. People come in, they're in there for 15 minutes, and then they leave. But yet they pay $250 a person. And they call it the most expensive restaurant in the world because you're there for such a short period of time, but you're spending so much money on literally pieces, I think 20 pieces of sushi. So
I would do it.
Yeah. Oh my God. If you can get there, I mean, they take reservations a month before, but yes, like the sushi part, amazing. The restaurant part, amazing. And I love the part when they go to the market and they have like experts in every like type of fish that they serve. And I thought that was fascinating. I think the really unbelievable piece and why we're tying it to this episode in particular is the sushi chef themselves, not just Jiro, who is the older sushi chef, who's the world-renowned guy, but his sons and then the other people who work there. the commitment to their craft is so fascinating. And I think it's unbelievable to see how much work and detail oriented these guys are to make sure that they're delivering every single, it almost feels like thing of rice, like down to the T, making sure it's perfect. And I think as I sat there and the film ended, I was thinking about, talk about these people who are just doing the same thing every day, but yet find so much passion and joy in what they do, because they are continuing to push and elevate themselves so that they can be better every single second of every day. It was fascinating.
I frequently think about this concept of a craft, right? Not a career, but a craft, something that maybe is a little bit more hands-on, a little bit more artistic, that you can continually hone and work to be better at. And I think back to one of my favorite authors, Michael Pollan, and his book Cooked, where he goes and talks to different craftspeople in the culinary world. And not, a fancy Michelin star chef. He talks to a nun who's a cheese maker and an artisanal bread baker. Very simple and almost medieval kinds of jobs, but they have so much joy and so much passion for this one product that they give out that they find a lot of fulfillment in their day-to-day. And it makes me reflect a little bit on what I do to pay my bills, which does not mean I'm not proud of the work I put forward and I don't work hard, but I don't see this as a craft. This isn't something that I study and I massage and I work to get better at. I certainly have gotten better and I work hard at it, but it's very different to me than having one specific craft where you're experimenting and trying and improving. And I think as humans have evolved, we've moved away from this craft profession. It used to be everyone was a craftsman. You were a welder or a plumber or a baker or a farmer. That was your craft and you did that very well. I guess I struggle with, is my craft that I'm a consultant? If so, I don't know how to, have that same amount of vigor and passion for all the different things I do. Maybe I have to trick myself. I don't know. Parker, how do you feel about having a craft? Is running your craft? Is podcasting your craft? Is consulting your craft?
It's a good question. I think one can't find their craft until they spend a lot of time doing one thing in particular. And I think that is another main takeaway I took away from the film, is that in Japan, if you want to be a sushi chef, not like a sushi chef, there's a whole journey for these people. A novice chef can spend 10 years in a sushi restaurant acting as an apprentice before they get the chance to become an actual chef and get that name. And there's a lot that they have to go through. And I still feel, Sam, we are apprentices in some way, shape, or form to the craft of, let's call it, consulting. We've done it for 5 years plus now. We're still learning and we're still going. And I don't think we have that craft yet fully. Podcasting, we've only been doing it for 3 years. Can you say we're working on our craft? Of course. But that is going to take time and time and time and time again. Like the 10,000 hour rule. It's true. I really do think that for you to become an expert at something, you need to spend time on it. And I want to give a shout out to my boss, Janeth, because I had a conversation with her last week about this. And she says that there's something that you can't jump. And that is the experience of time. You can think that you want to go to the next level. You think you're ready. You have the skills and you're prepared. But the one thing that you just don't have is the time. doing that thing. And don't underestimate time in where you are. So often today, Sam, as young adults, we want to go to that next thing. Jump to that new job, jump to that new position because it seems sexy, or you're maybe de-elevating or plateauing a bit. But don't underestimate time at where you're at, because time is going to be the greatest teacher. And that is, I mean, look at this guy, Jiro, man. He's, I think the time in the film, he's like 89 years old or something like that. And he's still honing his craft. And time, man, is way, he doesn't have much time left. But he's still growing. And he doesn't know where that mountaintop is. He says it in the film. He's still trying to make the best sushi in the entire world.
It's a beautiful film, a beautiful story. It gives me a lot to think about, so much so that I don't think we can fit it all in 15 minutes. Parker, we're going to have to take a trip to an international country to discuss this more. Lucky for us, we're about to. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to continued discussions. Let us know what you think about this concept of a craft. Do you feel like your day-to-day 9 to 5 is a craft? Do you, Elevation Nation, have hobbies outside of what you do that you feel like is a craft? Or are you still potentially looking for what your craft may be? I'm curious to know. Let us know. Shoot us a note. Shoot us a DM. It's time for Elevator shout-outs. I want to shout out Elevator number 146, Matt Skolnick, an incredible guy. This is co-founder of Pepper, the app. They threw an enormous dinner party with over 200 people the other day with celebrity chefs from around the world. I was invited and unfortunately could not make it. But boy, if I could, they were eating good. I think I even saw some caviar being passed around at that event. I saw plates and plates and plates of macaroni and cheese. They had a ton of different cool chefs showcasing their meals, all for some good causes. Matt, we're proud of you. Can't wait for Parker and I to attend your next dinner so you can feed us.
Damn. I mean, caviar. It looked fun. The pictures looked incredible. Everything about it looked amazing. Oh, man. Let's see. Elevator shout out. I think I got to go with Elevator 0. Sam, I'm going to shout you out this week because, we're going on this special trip. I have not done any planning for it. I've been busy doing other things, and I know you've been busy doing other things too. And on top of your busy schedule, you found the time to put together an unbelievable trip that is going to be filled with lifelong memories. And I could not be more excited, more grateful, and thankful to have you as my best man in my wedding, but also a best friend and a brother. So I can't wait for it. It's going to be amazing, and I cannot wait to tell Elevation Nation all the knowledge and inspiration we have from this 1 week trip we're taking.
You're very welcome. I'm excited for you to experience all that we have planned for you and us, and it'll be a pretty remarkable journey. I'm looking forward to our conversations. Elevation Nation, if this is our last episode, something happened to us on Parker's bachelor party. So please,
why'd you say that? Now it's like, why are you bringing this bad juju in the air, man? It's going to be great. Shit.
As my boss told me, swallow an AirTag and he'll come find me.
Swallow an AirTag. I've never heard that one before.
Well, only one
way
to
find out. What a crazy business idea right there, Create like an edible AirTag
tracking
that
human.
Can like sit in your stomach and it not hurt you for like 5 days and then it just goes away.
Yeah, don't go to places that you need to do that. We're going to be fine. It's going to be an incredible experience. Colombia is a beautiful country. Cannot wait to experience the Colombian Revolution with Parker. Elevation Nation, until next week, peace.